you join us. It's daylight and I'm still in the yard. 0640. Just bear with me 2 seconds. Obviously, just got to get us set up so we are ready to rock and roll. And I've just got to find the postcode for where we're going. We're on a day run today. So we are currently in our yard at Washington. Just hooked up to the trailer, got the unit all checked over, topped up with oil, yada yada yada, done all my first use checks, made sure everything's okay on it. Finding fastest route, come on. Oh dear, we're gonna be late for our collection. Basically we're leaving the yard empty. As in we have an empty trailer. Just adjust you, hopefully you're right. Yeah, we're leaving the yard with an empty trailer. What's going on here? Right, let's make sure everything's hunky-dory first. Yep, she's coming with us. Right, so we're leaving the yard with an empty trailer and we are making our way down to Wakefield, where we are going to Newcold at Wakefield to pick up a frozen load, and that is going to Bedford. I believe it's going Asda Bedford. 2 seconds. Obviously, as you can tell, got to open the gate. Oh, lots of jumping around this morning. We're off to a shaky start. Oh. It's been a while, so you'll just have to bear with me if I don't seem to be in my normal flow. It's because it's been a while and I've just come back from some holiday. Yes, so we are leaving our yard at Washington. We are making our way down to Newcold at Wakefield to get a collection of a frozen load. Not quite too sure what we're collecting yet. Just back this back up because I've got to wait for the gate to shut. So yeah, we're going to collect a frozen load, which I believe is going to Asda Bedford. I know we're definitely going to Bedford with it. I believe it's Asda Bedford. And then from there, we're going to run to Booker at Wellingborough, where we're going to grab another load from there, which is bound for Scotland. What are you doing? What are we doing? Yeah, it's bound for Scotland, and we're going to bring it back to our yard at Washington so that somebody else can take it further on for us, and that'll be our shift done. So, if I remember rightly, right now I shall insert a map of the UK showing you the route that I've actually taken, because at the moment I'm not 100% certain on what route I'm going to take, but yeah, you should be seeing the route that I'm taking, so you'll get an idea of where I'm going in the country, what I'm doing. So that's the gate shut. 6:45 in the morning, we are off. We're back. We're back in the girl. We are back. Obviously, it's been a long time since I've done a vlog. No particular reason, just not really been feeling it. And obviously if I'm not feeling it, then there's no point me vlogging, because I won't be putting the effort in, you know. Like somebody did comment saying when's the next video coming out, and I have been actually recording, but every time I've sat down to edit it, I've just not felt the passion for the footage. I thought I could have turned out better footage, or the content of the footage was a bit poor, yada yada yada. Basically, I didn't like it, I wasn't happy with it, so I wasn't going to turn it out, because like I've said, I'm not just going to turn out any old nonsense. As much as I waffle on, whee, waffle alert, beep, 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 beep. Yeah, as much as I waffle on, I kind of want the content to be interesting, different, and something's rattling up in one of those cupboards, and you know, something for you guys that's interesting to watch. Yep, big boy low loader. And obviously if I don't feel the zoom for it and the passion, then I'm not going to turn it out. So yeah, but what else has been happening? Well, obviously, as we're all aware, we are still currently in the crisis and the grips and of a virus, coronavirus, or COVID-19, as the government call it, is still amongst us. Unfortunately, people are still dying, and yeah, it is a serious virus. Now, as much as I've sat here laughing and joking and stuff like that, it is deadly serious, and I had a week off showing symptoms of it. Now, I don't know if I had it or if it was just a cold or what have you, but I had a week off with it, or I believe I had a week off with it. And yeah, let me just tell you this much: if what I had was it, it's not nice. And if I didn't have it, God, I really don't want it, because what I had was not nice. It just knocked me for 6. But yeah, you know, we plough on, so to speak. We'll just keep on a trucking. So yeah, oh, it feels strange being out in daytime. Daytime, nighttime. Oh dearie me. We're going to be about 40 minutes late. We were told to be there for 8 o'clock. Never mind. That's because we've had a little bit of a hold up at the beginning. So obviously I've just come back off a week's holiday. It was very nice. Spent it in the house. Hey! I was originally booked to go down to Cornwall with my family, meet them down there, and I was also supposed to be going to Peterborough at the beginning of the holiday. So I was going to do Peterborough Truck Show and then carry on down to Cornwall, cheers for indicating, carry on down to Cornwall and have a week down there, but obviously that got cancelled due to the lurgy and safety of everybody. So I spent a week at home, but it was nice. I still had a week off. So yeah, I've come back in and I've had to pick my unit up from Scania. This driver's window had dropped off its runner while I was away, so it got took in for that. And then obviously, so I picked it up, brought it back to the yard. I've had to put engine oil in it, you know, check it over, get it all ready, get hooked up. So we've had a little bit of delays, but I'm sure we will make the time up somehow. Round and round the roundabouts. Eldest wagon. Didn't think he'd say hello. Miserable buggers. Yeah, so that's pretty much all that's been going on. I've just been working as well, you know, constantly working, and it was over winter. Now, some of you may be thinking, yes, but look, we can see what you're doing. Yes, because I'm on a day run. Normally, I would start work about 11 o'clock at night, which means predominantly, obviously, as most of you are aware, it's pitch black. So, footage-wise, I don't get a lot. So that's partly another reason why the vlogs have been sparse, non-existent. We'll go with that one. But other than that, that pretty much brings you up to date. I hope you all are all well. I know I am, and my family is, which is good. And there's a fly in the cab. Come here. So that is enough of a bit of a spiel. It's just under a 2-hour drive from here to Newcold at Wakefield. There's 2 flies in the cab. I shall push on, and I will speak to you a little bit closer down the road. I'll get myself settled back in, and I shall catch up with you all in a bit. Okay, hello. So we are just getting on the M62 off the M1. So obviously, as you'll have seen at the very beginning on the road map of Britain, the way I ran down, come down the A1, join the M1, and now I've just joined the M62 heading back north east on the 62. And we're just going to come off at this next junction, which is junction 30, because we're going obviously to Newcold at Wakefield. Now, it's the first time I've ever been here. I've never done this collection before. A couple of our drivers have, and I was just on the phone before I put the cameras back on, speaking to one of our other lads, Mal, who's literally about 30 minutes ago left Newcold here. So we'll see how we get on, and apparently we are ditching this trailer, which I currently have on my back, which is a Newcold trailer. We're getting rid of that, and we're picking up one of our own trailers, which is in there, and apparently we are putting it straight on the bay and getting loaded. Now, that was the plan when he left. Newcold may have already picked it up for me and put it on the bay to start loading it, but we shall find out together when we get here. Something new, isn't it? Something new, completely something new. A new collection, daytime running. Quite, it's all going today. Power! It's been a while since we've said that. The mighty V8. Indicate left. Whoa. Warming up nicely, 12 degrees, sun's out. Right, so we come down here. Try not to get lost. Right, traffic lights, turn left. That's what he said. Traffic lights, we're turning left. Sounds about right. Do we actually turn left right here? Yeah. Ooh. It's a little bit of a nasty corner. Seems very peaceful round here. So it's just gone 8:30, so not too bad. We're half an hour late. Which isn't, it's not too bad in the grand scheme of things. Wow, that place is huge. The size of that building. It's absolutely humongous. Christ! Yeah, I don't really think the camera's given you a decent perspective of it, but that place is huge. It's well tall. Current route, clear route. No, clear route. Right. Round these parked wagons. Oh, stop nice and straight there, Mr. Foreigner. HGV delivery, dispatch and collections, that's us. Entry, right, intercom. I need to get the booking reference. Right, 2 seconds. Hello, Hawthorne's come for a collection.
Yeah, come to office, mate, please.
Right. Apparently we've got to go to the office. Not that I have a clue where the office is. I need to find somewhere to park this. Outbound traffic lounge, I guess. We'll spin around. Use this space over here. Stick it in this gap. Try and get it in here straight. Look at that. Right. I'll go find out what's going on and speak to you all in a bit. Okay. So that's us loaded. Time now is 9:45, which isn't too bad if you ask me. It didn't take them too long. I literally just managed to squeeze a 45-minute break in. Not even long enough to polish one side of the wagon. It was disgraceful. Just roll through this barrier. 9:45. Okay, so I was right. We are going to Asda, Bedford. Truck's going to probably start talking in a minute and squealing. Yeah, we are going to Asda, Bedford. We don't quite have a full load. I'd say it's probably, well, if I could look, I'd find exactly how much it is, but I'm gonna say there's probably about 23 pallets on here, 21, 23 pallets. It's at -23, so it's a frozen load, and it's ice cream. So I noticed at the back there is Smarties ice creams and all sorts. So yeah, if we get too hot, we've got a load of ice cream. No, only joking. It's not ours. So, like I say, from here we're going down to Asda at Bedford, which is about 2.5 hours drive according to the sat nav. I'll cut it down. Booked there for 1 o'clock. Current ETA is 12:30, so it's all good. They were waiting for us. So what happened from the point of me cutting you off? I went into the office, which was pretty much directly opposite where I'd parked the unit. Turned out it was the wrong office. That was where you go once you're loaded. So I had to go down to the other office, and it was a case of dropping their empty trailer round the back and picking our empty trailer up from round the back. When I say round the back, as you've just seen where we come out through the barrier, if we'd have stayed left the way the other wagon went. Why do you want me to go towards Hull and Pontefract? Is that right? Yeah, of course. No, it's not. It's not the quickest way. What are you on about, sat-nav? We're going Bedford. Going down the M1. It's the quickest way. Farting around, coming across the A1 to then come back across. Pack that nonsense in. You watch, there'll be a road closure now, that'll be why. But yeah, so basically instead of coming out the exit gate, if we'd have gone left, that would have taken us round the back to their empty trailer park area, and it was just drop their empty in a bay and pick our empty up, and then it was a case of plonking myself on bay 9, handing the keys in, and then waiting for the green light. And then once you got the green light, you went to the first office that I went to, where they then gave you your paperwork, keys, and obviously dispatched you with the load. And here we are, hey presto. So we've got a half clean, a half polished, sorry, driver's side of the unit. So we've got some pride, not a lot, but we've got some. And she's noticing that this load's on her. So yeah, we've got one of our trailers on now, one of our Hawthorns liveried trailers. So it says Hawthorns Logistics down the side of it. It's not one of our charity ones, and it's not one of the new Hawthorns liveried ones. It's the older style, the one you've probably all seen many a time. We've probably had this trailer on many a time. But from here, it's a nice, simple, dead straight run down the M1. That's all I'm going to do. I wasn't faffing around going back towards the A1 to then come down. It just makes sense to join the M1 and then just sit on the M1 all the way down. It's not the most interesting of roads in Britain, but it's dead simple. So yeah, a load of ice creams for Asda Bedford. So if you live in around the Asda area, and some point in the future, I don't know how much stock they hold, but at some point if you go and buy some Smarties ice creams, chances are I've delivered it down here for you. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. Now we're on the M1, 141 miles on here, 149 miles to Asda Bedford. So that tells you that I'm sitting on here for 141 miles, and then 8 miles later I will arrive at my destination. Then, like I say, from the destination, once we're tipped there, we're getting straight back up to Booker's at Wellingborough, where hopefully the trailer should be ready. But hopefully it's loaded. I don't really want to be sat there waiting for that one to be loaded as well. Although I probably will need a break anyway. So, well, I will need a break because I won't be able to get back to the yard in one hit. So it's either have one there or have one en route. So if it's not ready, I want 46 minutes of waiting. That's it. Ideally. Otherwise I'd prefer it to be 15 minutes already. That way I can get gone and then sort myself out further up the road. But you know, these are the minute things that are going on in my head as a driver. So it's like, at the time of me recording this, there was a BBC News broadcast. Now, you probably already all know the one I'm on about. The news broadcaster, I can't remember her name, but the gist of the story basically was that bus drivers are more likely to be at risk of catching coronavirus, COVID-19. Now, obviously she reads from a teleprompter, an auto cue, whatever you want to call it. So basically somebody types out exactly what she's going to say, and it'll come up on the screen near the camera or in front of the camera, I'm not too sure. But basically she reads off the screen what it says. And somebody in the BBC, in their infinite wisdom, had decided to type that unskilled workers as bus drivers, or whatever it was. So they were basically saying that bus drivers are unskilled workers. Now, there's a lot of people giving this news presenter some serious flack at the moment. Now, yes, okay, she should have read it and maybe changed it, but it's not her that wrote it, or I believe it's not her that wrote it. I believe there is somebody else who does the script and then she reads it. But either way, and they're not unskilled. I personally don't believe there is such job. There is such a job as an unskilled worker. I believe every job requires some form of skill. So to make the statement of an unskilled worker is not true, because as far as I'm concerned they don't exist. But anyway, so yeah, she's basically said bus drivers are unskilled, and a lot of people are giving her stick for it, and they're not unskilled. Like I say, they have a lot going on. They have to be able to drive one of those buses, they have to be able to remember the routes, obviously remember the fare costs, about 40,000 different tickets if you work for a certain company in the northeast of England like I used to. Yeah, there's a lot that they've got to remember, so that they're not unskilled as such. This bloke's really taking the mickey now, isn't he? It's like saying that HGV drivers are unskilled. Well, obviously we've had to pass extra driving licenses, we've got the CPC stuff, we've got to work out driver's hours, working hours, there's lots to take on. But like I said, as far as I'm concerned, there isn't such a job as an unskilled job. You require some form of skill for every work. And I'm not going to start giving examples, because then people may get the wrong idea of what I'm trying to say and think that I'm picking on certain jobs that are stereotypically unskilled, which, yeah. But every job requires some form of skill. That was just a little something that I seen on Facebook that it annoyed me the other day, because yeah, I understand she shouldn't have said what she said, but people were going at her and then saying that she's an unskilled worker because she just reads off a teleprompter. Well, I don't think I could. I would be too busy looking at every word and going, the cat sat on. See what I mean? It just wouldn't work. But yeah, so I'm going to bore you to death. I'm going to mosey on down here, and I will catch up with you once we're a little bit further down the road and let you know how we're getting on.
I never thought you would take over my mind, 'cause I've been lost, but I'm giving you all of my time. Isn't that good enough? Changing my patterns a lot. Yeah, I never thought I'd be sitting here wrapped in your arms. So let go of the things you hear. I'm not going anywhere without you. So put a little faith in me, though you're scared. No, I made it hard for you, but I can't. Now I wanna make you part of my plans. Put a little faith in me, though you're scared. Sometimes I feel like we're getting nowhere, nowhere, and nowhere, no. But I'm still here, hope that we will get there, and get there, and get there together. Like no one else, you have a routine with your hair. You hide your face, but you're so pretty. So let go of the things you hear. I'm not going anywhere without you. So put a little faith in me, though you're scared. No, I made it hard for you, but I can't. Now I wanna make me, though you're scared.
Okay, so that's the M1 bit done, and we are currently on the A421. Just coming up towards Bedford, Asda Bedford now. For those of you that know or have watched any previous videos on the channel, you may recognise that we're getting near Asda Bedford. Not been too bad of a journey. It's been pretty free flowing. It's gone on for a fair bit though. It's nearly taken me 3 hours to get down here, which, yeah, doesn't leave me a lot of time to finish the day. Basically, by the time I've got into Asda Bedford, you're looking at, I'm going to have about 5 hours of drive time left, which it'll be close. It is going to be very close today. It's nail-biting material. As they'd say on Eddie Stobart Trucks and Trailers, tune in to next week to find out if Trucking Chris makes it, or does he get stranded out in the wilderness. In simple answer, let's cut to next week. He will make it, or he'll get very close. But yeah, like I say, not been too bad. Time-lapsed a lot of it, so hopefully there should be some good footage. Hopefully you might see quite a few nice motors coming northbound on the M1 towards us. Unfortunately, obviously, with it being time-lapse footage, might be a bit quick, but there was one or two, quite a few of them flashing, tooting of the hooters, beacons going. It's nice, everybody's keeping morale high. We are all saying hello to each other. I've seen quite a few truck spotters out as well. Quite a few have took photographs of the wagon, so hopefully, if I manage to find them on the internet, I will have included them into the time lapse for you. It'd be nice. It's something I've been after for a while, is a photograph of me driving the wagon and trailer, bloody flies, driving the wagon and trailer out on the road. Like, I've got loads of photos of the truck stationary because I can take them, but not driving on the road. I haven't had any yet. Didn't even have any in the old units, so it'd be nice if I can get some. Flies are out, so it's that time of year, bug season. Oh, I know one thing, I definitely need a wee. So that's one thing I will make sure I will do while I'm here, is use their facilities. A bit of exhaust brake. Oh, that's one thing I forgot to say that I've been doing a lot. If you don't follow me on Facebook or Instagram, you won't have seen, but I've been building a remote control truck. As quite a few of you may know, I was building a lot of model trucks, but I've actually been building a remote control truck recently. 1/14 scale, so it's 14 times smaller than an actual one, and I've nearly finished it, and it's 99.99999% complete. This clown on his 50cc. Wum, wum. Yeah, so I've really enjoyed building it, and I will definitely be building another one, that's for certain. Hopefully, I remember rightly, I will include some footage of it for you. I'll put it in because I've got some footage I've been taking of it, videos, photos, stuff like that. I'll put it in while I'm in here getting tipped. So obviously we are here now. I shall get myself booked in, get this tipped. 12:30, not too bad, half an hour early. So I shall speak to you all on the other side of this. Hello! Right! That's Asda Bedford tipped. Wasn't too bad actually. It's 1:30 now. Only took them 15 minutes to take everything off. Took a little bit, we had to wait for paperwork and stuff, but it's not too bad. Oh, I didn't fill in my time. Remember, 1:30. So, where are we going now? We are going to Booker at Wellingborough. It's about 55 minutes away. So, it's not too bad. It's not a very long or interesting trip from here to Booker Wellingborough. It's just basically back on the 421, I think. The road we came in on, and then the M1 North, and then we take the A45, skirt round the edge of Northampton, come to round towards Wellingborough, and then cut across and in. So I won't bore you with that bit of the journey. What I'll do is I'll leave us here now, and I will see you all once I've dropped and swapped, or live loaded, hopefully dropped and swapped, at Booker Wellingborough when I'm just leaving there. So I'll catch you all hopefully in about an hour and a half. We'll find out. See you all in a bit. Okay, that's me loaded and left Booker Wellingborough. Literally just pulled out of their gates. Time is 14:40. Got there at 14:20, so it wasn't too bad. It was just in, drop, swap and back out. We're pretty heavy. We're not maximum. I'll be able to tell you in a second what weight we are. Just negotiate the roundabout. She's working a bit, so there's definitely some weight on her. 32.5 tonne. So we've still got over 10 tonne that we could have in. And from here we are going back to our yard. Now the sat nav says it's a 4-hour 20 drive from here to the yard. Now I know I can do it in just over 4 hours 5, which today 4 hours 5 is not good enough. I need to do it in 4 hours. Yes, that is how close we are talking today. It's a 4-hour drive. I have 3 hours 56 of drive time left now. I don't think we're going to make it back today. Well, we will, but we'll have to be rescued, because we are going to run out of drive time, and that's on 10 hours. But I remain ever the optimist, so I'm not going to admit defeat just yet. there's quite a way between here and our yard. 221 miles to be precise. So that's 221 miles where I may be able to improve. May being a very, very slim chance. But I'll wait to see. Like I say, I'm not going to count me chickens before they've hatched. But in 30 minutes, I need to stop for a 30-minute break anyway, so that's not too bad. I need to get some drinks and something to eat anyway, so even if it's just a sandwich, I need something to eat. I've not eaten since last night now. I've not got any food with me. Oh, I tell a lie. I had a bag at Watsits a minute ago because I found some in my cab that I'd left in here. But yes, I've not got any food with me because I didn't know if I was going home at the end of today or what. I still don't know at the moment, so not got any food. I've got a couple of bottles of water. I fancy something other than water. So yes, when I stop for my break, I'm going to stop for my break where I can get something. And then we'll be able to crack on back and see what we can knock off. Yeah. So currently on the A509, and as you can tell, single carriageway, still an A road. As one of my mates, Rob, he works for PX Farms, I'm probably wrong, he works for one of the farm haulage companies, and he said something to me the other day in a Facebook private message we were having, basically that fridge drivers don't like going off main roads, which is very true, you know. This is about as small as a road as I want to go on. He goes down single farm tracks, roads that say unsuitable for HGVs. Nah, that's not for me. He even goes off-road. He'll hate me for telling you this. He got stuck the other day in a field. He managed to get himself stuck trying to come out on the ruts. He just couldn't get out, so he had to get pulled out. It made me chuckle because there would be no way I would go in that. If I can, I'll include the picture for you that he sent us. But yeah, if I went in there, it would just rip the front bumper off this, rip the side skirts off it. It's just too low. I'm not designed or built for going off-roading. But yeah, it's very true. We don't, as fridge drivers, we don't like going off the beaten track as such. We like to stick to our main trunk roads. It's very much a fridge driver's primary. There are different types of HGV drivers will go different places. So obviously you've got your multi-drop delivery drivers, they'll go into housing estates, they'll do all that. Then obviously you've got like milk tanker drivers, they'll probably go down farm tracks, they'll go off the beaten track because they've got to go to the farms to get the milk. Obviously you've got your flatbeds and your low loaders, they'll go building sites, stuff like that. Curtain siders, they might go farms and building sites, but it's not very often that a fridge will go off the beaten track. Alright, yes, we have to go to some of these farms to load, but they're not small farms, especially that we go to. They're big farms that are designed for HGVs, so the roads leading to them are designed for us to get there. But yeah, I just thought it was quite funny how he said it. It's very, very true. He certainly wasn't lying when he said it. Oh, come on, you lot. It's just a roundabout. A little roundabout at that. Just negotiate it. What's that hard about it? There's nothing coming from the right. You go. Oh, I hear that power working. Power! Ooh, I do love the sound of the V8 working. It's just like music to my ears. Need some, definitely need some stacks or a side pipe, giving it large. Oh, nice Volvo, and it's not very often I'd say something like that. Oh, hello, squeaky accelerator pedal, what's that all about? Here we are, the A14. I've got 26 minutes of this drive time left. I'm pretty certain I'm going to choose to stop at the BP services just on this A14. Take me half hour, and then I know I'm good to go all the way back then. Whether I can make it is a different story, but like I say, keeping these fingers crossed. I'm not giving up hope just yet. Hopefully there's space to get in here. I'm hoping there is. Don't really want to go much further. There's a few lay-bys, but I don't want lay-bys. I want to time it well with being able to get a drink and stuff like that. So let's give it a go. Give it a go. Yeah, look at that. Space, space. That'll do me nicely. Line myself up. Back her up a bit. That's it, nice and square in the bay, just how we like it. That'll do. Right, on to break. Half-hour break. Okay, I'll see you all after me breaks up. Okay, so we're just about to get off the A19 now. That's the day's mission nearly completed. So, like I said, had to use a little bit more than what I ideally wanted to, but the job at hand will be completed. No bunny rabbits were harmed in the making of this vlog, or pigeons. Plenty of bugs though, if If you have a look at the windscreen, I don't know if you can see it, but plenty of bugs were harmed. It's been a really good trip actually. Like, I really enjoyed it. Getting to go out on a day run during the day has been nice. It's something different. It's been a change. Like I say, I've been able to vlog, and from what I'm feeling so far, the content is, yeah, I'm happy with it. I will be able to edit it and upload it, all being well, fingers crossed. If you're seeing it, then obviously I have. Cool, we've done so far 830 kilometers today. Off the top of my head, I don't know what that is in miles. I'm going to say a fair bit. Obviously, once we get back to the yard, I'll give you an exact amount of kilometers that are covered today, and obviously on the screen I will put the miles because I'll have worked it out by then. But you probably can't see anything out the window now. Bloody bugs everywhere. But yeah, it's been nice. It's been easy going on the journey, which has been quite nice to not have to fight my way through traffic as normal. I don't think I would like to have done this run if we weren't still in lockdown and the roads weren't still as quiet as what they are. I think that would be a different, I'd feel different if I'd have done it then, because I'd be a lot more shattered, mentally drained, and probably fed up of encountering people that can't drive. But it's been, like I say, I've enjoyed it. It's been good. Good to go. I like it when it's like that at that roundabout. Look at this. Back where we started, all of about 13 hours ago, really, I started vlogging. Yeah, because it was 20 to 7, wasn't it, when I started this morning, when I left the yard, and it's now 7:30 at night, so yeah, 13 hours I will have done, which isn't bad to have done all of that in 13 hours. I was expecting it to take a little bit longer than that. Oh. But yes, like I say, good trip. Hopefully, like I say, you lot have enjoyed it. Something different, and obviously me creating a vlog. It's been a long time, and I can only apologise. But like I say, I'm not just going to put out any old content for you. If I'm not happy with it, I'm not going to release it. So oh, power. Oh. So obviously I've got fuel. So when I get back in the yard, I'm going to top up the AdBlue in the unit, check the red diesel on the trailer because it might need some, give the unit a quick wash, get rid of the bugs off the windscreen should anybody take it out before I come back in. Obviously I want them to find it in a similar sort of condition that I would expect to find it in. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I will get myself home, obviously check the footage out, see what it's like, start editing for you, and then upload it once it's completely edited. So as always, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed it, and hopefully I will see you all again soon. So until the next time, stay safe, and I shall catch you all in the next one.